I want to start by thanking everybody for taking time out of their lunch to attend. I hope those deli sandwiches are hitting the spot. I know right after this I'm going to eat like 5 of them. I'm starving. Excuse me. But anyways, I hope you guys had some time to talk and eat. My name is Charlie Gentry. I'm going to be a senior in the Academy of Technical Sciences in the construction pathway. I was the first apprentice as a junior ever in the construction pathway. It'll be my 3rd year now as a student ambassador. I'm involved in some things like varsity track, National Honor Society, all sorts of bands like marching and jazz, and the varsity show choir. I'm beyond thankful for all the positions and roles I have obtained, but apart from all those extracurriculars, being in the CPI program and being a lead ambassador in the Technical Science Academy has brought me so many blessings. I remember back in 3rd or 4th grade when we would have to make slideshows about our dream career, and I never really remembered them until last year when I stumbled upon one. It was titled Dream Career, and of course I had to see what my 9-year-old self was thinking. So I read through it and was amazed to see architect, and it wasn't until about 6th grade where I read one about being a construction worker. Now I hope some of you can relate. But I know when I ask a kid of any age, the last thing they say their dream jobs are is architect and construction worker. So I was really shocked. I never really had interest in exploring the moon or healing humans or animals, but seeing my dad draw out, construct, and then finally paint a table or a sculpture or a shed in just a day's work blew me away. And man, I really wished I got off my butt and helped him. But besides all the inspirations from him, I have to thank God. It was a God-given gift that a lazy, video game playing kid like me had goals of being a construction worker. He simply placed that idea in my heart and I pursued it. I also want to thank CPI and all of the principals and teachers because not only have I learned loads of hands-on skills and tool knowledge, I have also learned how to participate in a team setting on and off of the job site and to take an effort in learning about the people around me, regardless of who they are or what environment we are in. Communication is key in the technical sciences, not only for safety reasons, but for the sole factor of learning about your crew and obtaining that family feeling. I have now been working about 8 months at Cardinal Construction, a residential company who works out of Doniphan, and I plan to continue and flourish my future in construction. Over the next 20 minutes or so, we will have a program for you this morning, and upon completion of our program, our open house will continue through about 1 p.m. At this time, join me in welcoming Superintendent Mr. Matt Fisher to the stage.
So, Charlie's up here with his phone. I'm going to set technology back a ways. So, along with the welcome that Charlie extended, I'd like to extend my welcome to all of you here and also my thanks for you taking the time out of your day to be a part of this celebration. And I think when we think about this as a celebration, that truly is what we're here for today, is to celebrate the great opportunities that our students have through the academy structure. And it would be a whole different opportunity set that we would be presenting our students if it wasn't for our business partners. So I really want to emphasize that thank you piece to all of our business partners. A lot of you, if you're not right in the thick of things, probably don't realize all of the things that we ask our community partners to do, from the mock interviews that we have lots of you involved with, to providing job shadowing opportunities for students, and then moving those job shadowing opportunities into apprenticeships and internships. Those are the things that truly make the academy structure work. Obviously, from the school standpoint, we're able to provide classes and a series of classes that say this is a pathway. But without having those on-site and real-life experiences, the academy model would just be a set of classes. So those community partners are so critical. Our education partners, through the colleges that we work with and being able to provide dual credit classes and or working with our staff to have advanced placement opportunities for students. Those are all a critical part of what makes the academy system work. And so we're very grateful to all of you for the part that you play in that. It is, I think, a very unique set of opportunities that we're able to put in front of our students because of those partnerships. And so with that, I just want to one more time express thanks and congratulate our students that are taking advantage of those opportunities. And with that, Charlie said we're going to be done in 20 minutes, so I can't have much longer than that to speak. So I will turn it over to Mr. Gilbertson, our executive principal at the high school.
Well, thank you, Mr. Fisher, and I'll echo his statements. Thank you so much for being here today, taking time out of your day to come and mingle with us and eat a little bit of food, which I see there's plenty of food behind Will Armstrong, so don't be shy. Get up and grab some more food and drink, please. During the 2016-2017 school year, the Academies of Grand Island Senior High was an ambitious dream. And now we're standing here 6 years later, and that dream has transformed our high school structure and has successfully improved systems of support for students in regard to their college and career readiness. And today, as Mr. Fisher said, we celebrate. We celebrate not only our students, but the process and the progression in our journey. We celebrate our progress and the momentum that we currently have and everything that has gone into the experiences for our students. We can see on the horizon that that will strongly continue. A few examples are highlighted on the slide behind me and on the screens. And to everyone in this room today and attending, thank you for being the key reason we have experienced true success in operating the academies of Grand Island Senior High. Our students are experiencing high-level job shadowing experiences, internships, entrepreneurships, apprenticeships, and mock interview experiences. 100% of our freshmen, thanks to you, experience a mock interview in their freshman year. Our students engage in those experiences, and we acknowledge that. We also thank you for the acknowledgement and all the on-site visits that we continue to receive from our colleagues from not only around Nebraska, but also the entire country. We have folks from Mississippi, North Carolina, Georgia contact us, visit our school. That happened last fall, and we definitely are proud of that. In fact, I was sharing with somebody earlier, on April 26th, you may be aware of this, Governor Pillen visited our school, and he emphatically made the comment to me personally that every high school, in his opinion, in Nebraska should have the career and technical education opportunities and experiences that we provide students within Grand Island Public Schools. And I know he meant it, because if you keep track of what's happening with Governor Pillen, he's very much supporting education, but he's also supporting specifically career and technical education. Most specifically, Perkins funding has increased, and that's been really an increase for the first time in my tenure as the executive principal at senior high. So we celebrate that. Consequently, we are also extremely excited about our ongoing affiliation with the Nebraska Department of Education, the career and technical education organizations related to the department. In the past, I'm being transparent, we were very much affiliated nationally, and we will continue those relationships, but our goal is to be a little more prevalent with our local folks and quite honestly be a leader in those conversations with career and technical education. So we're committed, again, to our growth and our progress as we move forward and evolve with iterations. You know, the world changes, right? The job market, the economy, everything is changing daily. This academy model is designed to change with those occurrences. And so I believe you'll enjoy, as we move through the program here, hearing from our Grand Island Senior High graduates, current students, and hear about their stories and their continued quest for their career paths today. I would also like to recognize all the teachers that are here, counselors, administrators, staff from senior high. Could you just raise your hand? Some of your, I would ask you to stand, but some of you are standing, right? So raise your hand and wave. Let's give them a round of applause, please. All of our staff members truly model every student every day of success, and we are so proud of that. After the program, please seek us out. Those staff members that raise their hands, seek them out, ask them questions, provide comment, provide feedback, provide ideas. I can't stress that enough. Our advisory boards are invaluable to our success and growth as we continue that progression of growth. So at this time, I would like to introduce a graduate, the first graduate that will speak to you today, Clark Edgar. Come on up, Clark.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Clark, and I was a part of the education pathway here at Grand Island Senior High. This fall, I will be attending Hastings College, where I will major in music education. Then after college, I would like to work here and possibly start out as a middle school or high school teacher. I have loved my experiences in the education pathway. I got to learn about the different methods, procedures teachers use in the classroom. Then I got to observe the different ways that teachers use these strategies in their classrooms. Classroom observations were a key part to my pathway. We got to see how everything that we learned in class was implemented into the classrooms. I loved seeing all the different and unique ways each class was. Being able to observe these different classroom environments really got me thinking on how I would want to manage my own future classroom. Another aspect of the education pathway that I've enjoyed would have to be my practicum experience. Practicum is where we would work with a specific class of our choosing. In the first semester, I did my practicum with Gates and Stolly Elementary's music classrooms. There I got to see the various challenges and differences that come with teaching different grade levels. I also got to learn the hardships of teaching. My teacher was very open to answering my questions, and if a lesson didn't go right, she would tell me why it didn't. In the second semester, I moved towards the high school level of music, where I worked with Mr. Labrie. I worked with the singers class. It was really interesting to see the differences of teaching elementary kids compared to high school. Being a part of the practicum experience really opened my eyes towards what grade range I wanted to teach. The education pathway has also opened up so many opportunities for me when it came to working with children. Because of the pathway, I was inspired to join Big Brothers Big Sisters, where I got to work on building a relationship with a kid. I also had the privilege of teaching a junior achievement class. It was my first experience ever teaching kids, but it was very, very memorable for me. I also was the recipient of the Pathback program at my school, which meant that I would be given a job here in the district once I graduate. And I got a scholarship through the Grand Island Educators Association through my pathway. So this pathway has offered me a lot of opportunities. The amount of opportunities I was given through the pathway are very important to me. I have learned so much from my classes to the point where I feel prepared to learn it in college. I also feel like I have enough field experience, which will definitely give me a head start in college. I love the academy system here at GISH. We are extremely fortunate to receive the opportunities that sadly many other schools in Nebraska don't have. I'm truly honored to be able to represent my pathway and academy today. I love the experience you have given to me. I would just like to thank all of you for coming to hear my experience with being part of the education pathway here at Grand Island Senior High. Thank you for this opportunity. At this time, I will introduce Isaiah Holly.
Hi everyone, my name is Isaiah Holly. I technically finished my time at Grand Island Senior High in the engineering pathway. And I know how odd it sounds compared to engineering, but my future plans are to begin applying to nearby fire departments in hopes that I can get on as a firefighter EMT, which stands for Emergency Medical Technician. My experience with the GISH pathways was one of trial and error and process of elimination rather than a straight, unwavering career path. It began my sophomore year in the medical academy looking to become some sort of a physical therapist. I tried it out and really just didn't fall for it and decided it wasn't for me. Junior year, I made a complete academy switch from medical to engineering, and this time I really went in thinking that it was absolutely what I wanted to do. And once again, I ran through a whole year of class and just realized that kind of life wasn't for me either. The beginning of senior year rolled around and I was still kind of lost because I was still actively going to engineering class, and but like I said, it wasn't what I wanted. Then one day somebody close to me suggested firefighting. I thought about it for about 3 days before I started to actually take action. I got pulled from my engineering class and thrown into a capstone class. My capstone class was designed to put me into job shadowing experiences, and it was also where I finally got the opportunity to get a taste of first responder action. During the semester, I did one 12-hour ride along with Station 2 and another 14-hour ride along with Station 1. It was amazing things I got to learn and see during those days, and undoubtedly amplified my interest in the line of work. The people working those shifts also showed me another level of responsibility which I had never experienced prior. They motivated me to one day be able to hold myself to such a standard in which random citizens in need can trust me with their lives. After doing these job shadowing experiences, I began an EMT class at Central Community College every Tuesday after school. Following much studying and multiple hours testing, I received word exactly 1 week ago today actually that I am now a nationally registered emergency medical technician. Now all I really have left is to just keep gaining knowledge and get hired by a department, and then maybe eventually become a paramedic. Thanks to the Grand Island Fire Department, all of my GISH teachers, counselors, principals, all other staff, the pathways, for giving me that opportunity to learn what I did and didn't like, and my over-the-top supportive parents, I can follow a dream that I love and work towards starting my career as soon as possible. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Carly Barnacle.
Hi, I'm Carly Barnacle, and I was in the entrepreneurship pathway of the Business and Communications Academy. I will soon attend UNL and major in graphic design with a minor in marketing or entrepreneurship. This pathway has given me many opportunities and has helped me discover what I want to do with my future. Within this pathway, I had the chance to brainstorm product ideas and later create them. My teacher, Mr. Zlomke, taught us all of the different aspects of entrepreneurship, such as copyright, trademarks, insurance, cost breakdowns, profiting, and so much more. I believe that this academy and pathway has given me many opportunities that would have never been possible. It helped me make my dream a reality, and I have been able to learn many things, such as creating my own website and marketing, and even creating my own packaging for my products. I have participated in things outside of school that were unimaginable before being in this pathway. I was able to compete in the Big Idea Grand Island contest to possibly win $5,000. Unfortunately, I didn't win, but I am extremely grateful to have had the support of the GIPS staff, multiple teachers, and members outside of the school. Now I'm happy to say that I'm a part of the Grow Nebraska community, where I will be able to sell my products in their store and at the state fair, as well as learn more ways to benefit my business. I want to close off by saying thank you to everyone who has helped me through my high school career, and especially a large thank you to my entrepreneurship teacher, Mr. Zlomke, in the Academy of Business and Communications, for giving me so many amazing opportunities and allowing me to do what I've dreamed of for years. I wouldn't be where I am today without the help of the people who stood behind me. I strongly appreciate that the GISH Academies have made all of this possible. At this time, I would like to introduce Abner Sanchez Dominguez.
Good afternoon to everyone present here today. My name is Abner Sanchez Dominguez, and I was in the Medical Sciences Academy, and my pathway was healthcare. My future plans are to attend the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and major in biology, as I hope to then attend the University of Nebraska Medical Center, graduate, and then do a residency in pediatrics. I am extremely privileged to have the opportunity to share my experiences as a student of the healthcare pathway. As I look back on these memorable years of high school, I realized how fundamental being in the Medical Science Academy was. Ever since the first grade, I began to plan out my future goals and the career I wanted to one day pursue. I never realized how long ago that really was until I ran into my first grade teacher, and she asked me if I still wanted to become a doctor. I then responded yes, because the desire of becoming a doctor has not yet left my soul. And I thank the healthcare pathway for helping me retain this goal of mine. My senior year, I was enrolled in a capstone class where I had to shadow careers I wanted to know more about. I was given the opportunity to shadow Dr. Adam Brose at Grand Island Clinic, where he introduced me to many real-life situations that a doctor encounters. Being able to experience how a doctor deals with a common cold, to seeing how he performs a colonoscopy. As I concluded my hours of shadowing with Dr. Brose, I knew my career would lie in the medical field. I was fortunate enough to have received my certification as a nurse aide my junior year, then my medication aide my senior year. And throughout these courses, I've been able to learn more on how to correctly help people of old age and people with certain disabilities and disadvantages. These certifications have helped me obtain a job at Brookfield Park, a nursing home where special care is given to our seniors with their needs. Throughout these last 7 months working as a CNA, I have been able to have hands-on experience with what quality care looks like in a facility where residents endure sickness, aches, and mental issues. When I was offered a job as a nurse aide, I didn't know what to expect. I knew that my dream career was not to become a nurse, but I saw this as an opportunity to get myself familiar with the care human beings need. As I head towards 8 months of working as a CNA, I see how proficient my intellect has become. As I continue to work with some of the best nurses and staff at Brookfield Park, not to mention the incredible souls of each resident that I've had the honor to work with. I often hear people complaining about entering work, but every day I go into work, I am happy about being there because I know that my life can be used as a blessing to those residents needing help. I realize how important one person can be to so many lives. which has infused my desire to continue my academic career and become someone that people seek for help. I thank Grand Island Senior High for giving us Islanders the opportunity of being in an academy because it has definitely helped me shape my future plans and goals. The Medical Science Academy has increased my drive of wanting to become a doctor and has then left me feeling secure of what's ahead in my life. I would like to thank God because He has helped me become who I am today. I thank my parents for always pushing me to better myself academically. Also, Grand Island Clinic and Dr. Adam Rose for allowing me to shadow. I would like to thank Mr. Schlegel for seeing my life as a worthy candidate to represent the Medical Science Academy, and every Grand Island Senior High staff member that helped me throughout my high school years. And to everyone present here today, thank you so much, and keep having a wonderful day. At this time, I would like to introduce Bryn Otto to the stage. Thank you.
My name is Bryn Otto. I graduated from the welding pathway in the Academy of Technical Sciences in May of 2022 and graduated from Central Community College with a degree in welding technology this past May. My experience in the academies was different from most others. I had nothing going for myself and was doing everything that a dumb teenager does, and Ms. Luthi can attest to that. Going to school, going to classes was not one of them. I didn't plan on going to college, but was curious about what I got on my ACT score. And I emailed her and asked for my score, and she said, "Bryn, you need to ask our Islander time teacher." So I went and talked to him, and he asked me who I was. I didn't know him either, to be fair. But things changed late junior year. I enjoyed seeing the progress that I was making in welding and started to document it on social media, TikTok being the big one, and now I've amassed a following of over 50,000 followers and traveled to places I'd never imagined just for welding, such as Houston, Texas, welding underwater, Atlanta for the world's biggest metal fabrication convention, all around Kansas, and Chicago in September again for the world's biggest metal fabrication convention. I apprenticed at CHIEFE Fabrication and still work there today. For those of you that don't know, CHIEFE donates all of the raw material to the welding pathway and are very flexible with us that apprentice there in our pathways around our school schedule, and which leads me to this year's Business of the Year, and that is CHIEFE Industries. And I'd like to invite Mr. Gobertson back up. He's got a few words to say about CHIEFE and what they've done for the academies.
Thank you, Bryn. Let's have another round of applause for all of the superstars. As Bryn said, it's my pleasure to talk about our first inaugural Business of the Year award. We're very excited about this. At this time, I'd like to introduce Miss Susan Albers to the podium, or to the stage rather. Susan, you want to come up? There she is. Susan is the corporate controller for CHIEFE Industries, and she is here to accept the award. We're very grateful for that, but I need to add a little more. Susan is an outstanding GISH partner. What does that mean? Not only from the corporate side, but as a mother, she has done so much for our Sports Booster Club. Getting a little emotional about that. I don't know why, but I've worked with this woman in the hula hut at Husker Harvest Days. I mean, she is a go-to, get it done kind of person, and we're so grateful for that. But back to the award. Okay. The GISH Grand Island Senior High Career Academy Awards Committee was charged with the responsibility to nominate a business and industry partner for this inaugural award. And after some very careful thought, a few days went by. It was really exciting for all of us to see the companies that were listed, some more than once, but even more rewarding to hear CHIEFE Industries repeated over and over, okay? And let me give you an example of what that means. CHIEFE Industries offers work-based learning opportunities to our welding, manufacturing, aviation, engineering, architecture and design, information technology, and construction students. CHIEFE Industries are great partners in our junior internship days, those events that are held annually, and they have sponsored several students through registered apprenticeships here in Grand Island. CHIEFE Industry employs students through various internship opportunities and programs. CHIEFE Industries has partnered with our high school to implement the first ever Academy of Engineering and Technology Girls Mentoring Program. Hugely successful program. And CHIEFE was at the ground level. When we asked, hey, we have an idea, are you interested? They said, you bet. And it is moving and shaking, actually transferring over to another academy as we speak. Lastly, CHIEFE Industries provides volunteers for us when we take 700 plus freshmen through the first mock interviews that I mentioned earlier. CHIEFE is always at the table. So, not to mention all the time, energy, and support CHIEFE Industries and their employees provide during really the inception of our Career Academy model. When we think back, Dr. Dexter, 12 years ago, when we were at the table designing the model and talking about the possibilities, CHIEFE was the main partner at the table every single time. So if that's not enough, I could go on and on and on, but I think you understand the idea. So please join me in congratulating CHIEFE Industries of the first inaugural Business of the Year award today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. I am honored to be here on behalf of CHIEFE Industries to accept this inaugural award. I guess on what Mr. Gibbleton said, I look at Jay Ganuzzi, and you were involved 15 years ago, probably sitting at the table. I know in some of the planning groups. So a lot of hard work through a lot of people in this room. Just want to, I have to look at my notes because I'm not a phone person either. Okay, I just wanted to say, CHIEFE believes in the mission of the pathway in the academies, and have shown our support through that from the beginning, and just looking forward to what's to come out of it as well. Such an impressive group of students, and I've got to watch a lot of you actually since you're little, when you were little, so it's been kind of fun. I've seen your names. It's been fun through the years, so looking forward to what's going to happen in the future for the academies and GISH. Thank you for the award.
So congratulations again to Susan at CHIEFE Industries. Thanks for all the amazing support. Can we give them one more round of applause? So my name is Matt Wickman. I'm the Academy of Engineering and Technology Principal. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Glenn Bredenhauer and Mr. Dan Spellman as our 2023 Community Partners of the Year. Unfortunately, Dan is unable to be here today as he is volunteering at UNK this week hosting the Air Force Flight Academy for Future Pilots. Glenn's joined me up on stage. The Community Partner Award recognizes a partner, or in this case, partners that go above and beyond to support the students and staff at the Academies of Grand Island Senior High. The Community Partner is presented to individuals who have demonstrated outstanding collaboration and outreach to support the development of students at the Academies of Grand Island Senior High. The award honors a person or persons who have demonstrated personal commitment and support to our pathways. Every other day, these gentlemen volunteer their time, driving from Hastings to work with our students in the aviation technician pathway. They help provide technical knowledge, support our teacher, and help raise expectations about the quality of work for students as they are working to build an RB-12 aircraft. They helped us go through and evaluate previous work, generate standards, and have produced more progress in this past year than we did the previous 3 years. So, both Glenn and Dan recently admitted that they really didn't know what they were getting themselves into, but truly saw significant changes in our kids. These gentlemen set a high standard as our inaugural Community Partners of the Year recipients. Congratulations, Glenn.
Like he said, we didn't know what we was getting into. But I got an email from Tango Flight, and since being a pilot for 45 years, most of my emails are connected to aviation. And he was reaching out to EAA, Experimental Aircraft Association members, to come out and help build his airplane. Needed some mentors. So Dan and I thought, well, what the heck, we'll see what's going on. So pretty quick we're involved. We had no idea how involved. And when we started from the beginning with this little airplane they had started. And there was stuff that they needed fixed that they had not quite done right. So the kids got so tired of drilling out rivets, and they learned that if you're building something and you make a mistake when you start, stop, fix it. Don't build the whole piece and then take it all apart and start over. I think the highlight of what I saw, we had about, 12 or 13 kids in the class, and there was kids, we could see some definite improvements in their attitude and the stuff they was doing. The quiet kids got to building airplanes. I think there was 4 or 5 kids we could put in a room with all these airplane parts. They built the airplane. We divided up 2 teams. I had a team, Dan had a team. We would build a piece over here, Dan was building a piece over here. We picked up our piece, took it over there, and it fit perfect. And I can always remember the smile on one kid's face. It was the biggest smile I've ever seen. He had pride in what they had done. And the Career Pathways Institute, I wish I would have had that opportunity when I was in high school. We walked in there, and I thought this was a college deal. When I went to school down in Milford, it was everything here is better than what Milford had when I was down there. So it's a great opportunity for these kids. Keep it up. It's great. Thank you very much.
So I know you just heard from me, but I have a surprise for Mr. Hawley and Mrs. Luthai. If you guys would come up here. They don't know anything about this. So just before I graduated from college a couple months ago, I saw a flyer for the CPI students about a scholarship foundation. And I was thinking, man, what can I do to give back to the school that gave so much to me? You know, I know people, I can make something happen. So then I thought, what helped me get a step above everybody else in my class? And it hit me. My dad bought me my first auto darkening welding helmet. Dad, raise your hand. The rest of the class had fixed shade helmets from the school. For those of you that don't weld or know the difference, it's about like a modern vehicle compared to a horse-drawn buggy. The school still gives out these fixed shade helmets, which have their place in the industry, but 95% of the time it's auto darkening. I just so happen to be close with a company by the name of Southern Leatherworks that makes custom welding helmets with auto darkening lenses. So I sent the owner a message, and he sent me a discounted quote on 70 helmets. I wasn't a fan of what I saw, so I went to Nicole, HR at Chief Fab, and said, Nicole, I want more money. That's all she ever hears from me. To summarize, over the past month or so, we've got it all sorted out thanks to the help of Dr. Dexter, Nikki Stoltenberg, Dan Cottespot, and Nicole Hansen at Chief Fabrication, and Southern Leatherworks. We've got 70 brand new auto darkening, chop top, chop bottom, aluminum hardware, flip up lens, custom laser engraved helmets for the students ready to use this school year with my logo, Chief Fabrication, the Academy of Technical Sciences, and Southern Leatherworks.
This guy is amazing. He's not kidding me. He said, sophomore year, it was a challenge. But once you find the right spot, it's amazing how they just blossom and flourish.
I always tell everybody I'd put it up against anybody in Grand Island Public Schools. Nobody cares more about the success of the students than these two.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get you guys' hopes up. I probably should have said over the next hour we're gonna have a program. No, I'm just kidding. But please go visit our academy tables, and like Mr. Gilbertson said, there's plenty of food, so continue eating, and thanks again. Please have a good rest of your week.